Welcome to our presentation for ECE4099 Professional Practice. We are Group 9, and today we will be discussing Assignment 2, which focuses on project evaluation. We look forward to sharing our insights and findings. In this slide, we will be discussing 4 key financial metrics: net present value, NPV, benefits cost ratio, BCR, internal rate of return, IRR, and payback period, PB. NPV indicates the profitability of a project and is viable if NPV is greater than 0. BCR shows the project's benefits relative to its costs and is viable if BCR is greater than 1. IRR is the discount rate at which NPV equals 0 and must exceed the required IRR of 14%. PB indicates the year the investment is paid back. The shorter, the better. In this slide, we compare the financial metrics of Project A and Project B. Project A has a negative NPV of minus $3.54 million, making it financially unviable, whereas Project B has a positive NPV of $5.49 million. Project A's BCR is 0.64, while Project B's BCR is 6.60. Project A's IRR is 2 to 3%, below the required rate, while Project B's IRR is 85%. Project A's PB is 10 years, compared to Project B's 2 years, making Project B the preferable choice. This slide shows the strategic business planning project timelines for Project A and Project B. For Project A, activities span from week 1 to week 44, with the best-case scenario finishing by week 35. Project B's timeline runs from week 1 to week 61, with the best-case scenario completing by week 50. These timelines help us manage project progress and ensure timely completion. This slide outlines the risk assessment for Project A, Project B, and shared risks. For Project A, risks include design delays, supplier delays, and equipment malfunction. Shared risks involve environmental and safety concerns, planning permit delays, project scope creep, funding shortfalls, and final test nonconformance. Project B risks include design delays, supplier delays, import hurdles, and protests affecting installation. Identifying these risks helps us mitigate potential issues. This slide focuses on risk management. For Project A, risks include design delays, supplier delays, and equipment malfunction. Mitigation involves consulting engineers, integrating power systems, and scheduling maintenance, reducing risks to low. Shared risks include permit issues, project scope management, and final test failure, mitigated by government relations, strict objectives, and pre-commissioning tests. For Project B, risks include design delays, import issues, and supplier delays, mitigated by design reviews, brokerage firm collaboration, and terrain analysis, reducing risks to low. Effective risk management ensures successful project completion. Let's quickly assess the environmental aspects of Projects A and B. For Project A, underground cables maintain our city's beauty. No cluttered views here. Yes, there will be noise and dust. Now, Project B. It's a quieter and less dusty option, but with a trade-off: visible cables altering our landscape. The materials involved in Project B are less dusty, offering a breath of fresh air during its rollout. Each has its own environmental pros and cons. In terms of noise, Project A's construction phase will be noticeable. The sound of progress is inevitable, but we're committed to minimizing disruption during installation. Let's dive into their implications and how they measure against our commitment to sustainability. Project A. One key SDG impacted here is SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. The higher energy usage is a concern, but it's mitigated by the long-term energy savings provided by a robust underground network that is less susceptible to weather-related disruptions. Additionally, we consider SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities. The temporary obstruction and noise during construction might be disruptive, but these are short-term trade-offs for long-term benefits. Moving on to Project B, which proposes overhead cables. Here, we see a clear advantage in terms of SDG 7. The installation process is more energy efficient due to easier accessibility, and there's less ground disturbance, reducing the initial environmental impact. However, we must address SDG 11. Overhead cables can lead to long-term visual pollution, impacting the cityscape's visual appeal and possibly affecting property values. Both projects offer enhanced technological accessibility, adhering to SDG 10. In conclusion, Project B is better. But there's one trade-off: it has a longer timeline. This concludes our presentation.